succeed. Good to know.
Yeah. So we are here in game number 2 of this semifinal. And up here on the top right-hand side of the map, representing Team Evil Geniuses, it is Huck.
Huck.
Ew.
Yeah. And spawning in the bottom right is the Zerg player, the dark horse of this tournament.
Yeah.
So far, he's down 1 game in the series. It's SteAdfaSt.
Yep. And he has let Taylor Swift down. I happen to know she will not forgive you, and she will actually write a song about you. Like, just like mocking you.
The most likely outcome.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, as a Zerg player, this map is not very good for scouting, which is what SteAdfaSt needs to do better because of the 4-player spawn. Luckily for him, he sent his Overlord straight to the top.
Yeah.
You gotta check his PC for any third-party applications.
Oh, totally.
Following this game.
Yeah.
Now, what this Overlord will allow him to do is, actually, because it's his first Overlord, he'll be able to see everything that Huck will have, and Huck won't be able to deny it. This gives him the edge in terms of scouting, right? Because if you scout wrong, you'd be in the dark. Is it Cannon Rush? Is it Nexus first, which is like the opposite because it's so greedy. So actually, he elects to go for the hatch first anyways, feeling confident against Huck. And Huck, on the other hand, is going for the Nexus first. Okay.
Yep, we'll take that right underneath the Overlord so he now knows where he is, in fact.
Yeah. Now for Huck, this is a scary moment, just in case that SteAdfaSt went for like a 10 pull or something aggressive. But the likelihood of that is very low, especially when you're down 1-0 in series versus a better player who's going to play safe, quote-unquote better.
And I think SteAdfaSt is just going to go 3 hatch, right?
Yeah. He saw that. He has to go 3 hatch at this point. There's nothing else he can do. But what Huck is going to do, I was going to say he might just throw down a lot of gateways and go for like a 7 gate or something, which still can happen. But at this point, he's taking 2 gases, which decreases the likelihood of that, as the Overlord will see in just a second.
It stopped. Well, I see. Good stuff.
And back home in the Zerg's base, he's not taking a gas with his spawning pool. So this means he won't have any Zergling speed available in time for any early attacks. But the good thing for him is Huck is actually not scouting this game, so he's not going to try to punish him for that. Huck is just playing completely blind with his Nexus first, which is the best opener Protoss can do, right? So he's just going to be like, okay, I'll settle for that. I don't have to check. I'm going to check when I make a Zealot or a Mothership Core. Yes.
Yeah, he knows from, I mean, he knows where he is. So at least he knows the direction to scout, but yeah, doesn't know exactly what he's up to down there.
Yeah, and his Cybernetics core is going to be complete right now. And this is a very, very early time for that. It allows the Protoss to have options to go for fast Stargate, fast Robo, whatever. Fast Tech, and also fast Warp Gate if he chooses.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he
that
will
chrono
actually
boost.
chrono it.
Yeah, okay, so I have a feeling that Huck is going to, depends on what he puts here. It's a gateway, it's not a forge, so, or a tech building, so it tells me Huck wants to maybe make a lot of gateway units, whether that be just for sentries to take a third with, which is unlikely, or just to finish the game off, judging by how he played by his last game.
Now a probe has gone, a Zealot has gone directly underneath that Overlord, so he should be aware that this is coming. I'm not sure what SteAdfaSt has built, if anything.
No.
He's got Lings on the way, but I mean a single queen probably okay here. He's just going to have to micro away some drones.
Now Huck is supply block like a noob.
Oh, like a complete noob. It's doing that. And moving to a good position, but not actually attacking back. So that was the scouting Zealot.
Right, so SteAdfaSt is actually making a Roachforn.
Yeah.
Excuse me. He's making a Roachforn so fast, got me choked up. Like before 6 minutes, he just made that for some reason. I don't know why, but he suspected that Huck might just go for something aggressive. So he's made precautions to, I mean, Roaches are really good for Zealots. The last game he played, he lost because he had no Roaches. Oh, a Forge, what, okay.
I think he may now be anticipating like a counterattack of some kind here at the choke,
I mean,
but I'm not.
At this point, Huck has more probes, so he's already really, really ahead.
Yeah.
Because he's also not committing to an all-in attack, and he's committing to taking a third. He's doing like a light pressure.
SteAdfaSt making really a lot of units.
Yeah,
he made about 14 behind that, but with Zealots coming in, this may turn out to be good.
Yeah, so all Huck has to do is see that at the third base, there are no drones. There's roaches and a lot of lings. And he's just going to warp units back home to defend because he's taking a third. He's just going to play defensively. And on the other hand, SteAdfaSt, he's probably just going to do like a all-in on hatchery tech, a big attack that fails, and he loses, or wins and he wins. And
interesting here, Huck is actually trying to take a third there. SteAdfaSt will take out the pylon.
Now, if Huck made a mothership core sooner, he would have more energy for a photon overcharge. But he might just have enough anyways, because SteAdfaSt going for the lair instead of making more units, because he's already made so many. Why would you stop making units?
Yeah, poking at the front. He will, however, detect that there is a third over here. There's a cannon up, but once the roaches get there, that shouldn't be as much of an issue.
Yeah, and he's full of flow. He was floating almost 20 larvae, so his macro is not on point, and Huck's build at the current stage relies on a very powerful Zerg economy to counter, but he doesn't have that. So
SteAdfaSt kind of
played this
attacking
wrong
in a weird way. Yeah, he's also got these troops over on the far left-hand side of the map that I guess they were just scouting or something, but they could have been with the rest of this force here, which is now potentially going to get cleaned up instead of actually getting the third base, which I think could have been easy a while ago. Now these could, of course, divert and just go for the natural, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Force field at the last second.
And the reason why this attack won't work is because roaches have to reinforce, and they don't have speed, so they take so long. And if you reinforce Zerglings, the Zerglings are just bad versus everything.
Yeah. Now photon overcharge does go off. He's trying to target fire down that nexus, but there's so many force fields here that the roaches aren't going to be able to come in and really finish it.
Right, so the roaches are just fighting zealots, which is fine, because up close they just trade one.
Lings will try and stream in. One gets in before that well-timed force field.
And at this point, it's just SteAdfaSt is so behind, he can't really do anything. He's still making Zerglings.
He needs to just absolutely get in there, but I don't think he's going to be able to.
Not versus force fields, and Zerglings are bad at this stage of the game. So SteAdfaSt will eventually come to the realization that his army just can't keep up because of being outproduced by Protoss, which would never happen. And
he's still trying to get something important out of this, but I think he may be aiming in the wrong direction for that. Like, if he was going to get anything, it would be this third nexus, but I don't think he's going to get that either.
No, he's not even going to beat the units. The units have +1, so that means Zerglings are actually useless because they get killed by everything in 1 second.
And GG.
All right, GG.
He is called.
Okay.
Sorry, Taylor.
SteAdfaSt's run in this tournament, and my short casting here in this tournament.
Dead. Bam. Dead. Wrecked. Over. Yeah. So there we go. Huck is moving on to the grand finals. I believe we have at the same time a TBT going on between Root Massa and EJK at the moment, and see if they're still in game. Oh, we can check their history.
Massa just won 12.
Did he? Yeah. Okay. So it looks like Massa has won that best of 3 2-0. So I believe we are set up for a Huck versus Massa finals. Yeah, which I think is what primarily people had predicted. But it will be good to see here. And so I think we're going to cut to a quick break while we get the vetoes and whatever done, and then get back into the grand finals of this extravaganza.